Hey everyone. Okay, I'm really excited to do this training. Last week you guys asked me if you, I asked you guys actually if you wanted me to do a selling in stories training. And so this is just like three quick tips on how to sell in your stories because I personally believe that selling in stories is huge. And I think a lot of my selling based on the last I want to say like 2 years is in stories, a lot in stories. I do sell on my posts through curiosity posting and curiosity marketing and just going live and just being consistent. And when we're consistent, that's when we're going to get the best results. But there is a magic to selling in stories, and there are tips for selling in stories too, because that leads directly to someone's inbox, right? So on a post, we have like someone commenting they want more information, and it's like more of a process to get them into the DMs, right? So sometimes someone might be interested and they comment, and then we like, oh, then the comment can go back and forth sometimes. Then when they want more specific information, you're like, okay, I'll message you. Then you message them, they have to see it. Sometimes you're friends with them, sometimes you're not, and it goes into a different inbox. And so it's just a little bit more work for us as the marketer essentially to make that sale, versus if someone votes on a poll in your stories, you can see the results of the poll and you can see who voted on your poll. And I don't have a current story with a poll right now, or else I'd bring up my phone and show you. But you can click on your stories, and then when you click on your story that has the poll, it brings down like almost like a little, there's a drop down essentially. It drops down and it shows you the name of the person that voted and what they voted, like yes or I'm in. And then from there, you can click on that person's name and you say, hey, I saw that you wanted more information on this. Here's the link, or let's have a conversation. Like, let me ask you a couple questions. Like, I'd really love to help you. And they see the story. So it's almost like a reply. They see the story and then they see your response to them voting, or to them liking it, or maybe you had a comment box there and it shows their response. Like, it's like almost like a reply because they see the story, so they see what you're referring to, and then you have replied to them like, I saw you wanted more information about this. So it's really cool because it goes directly to their DMs, and we know that the magic happens in Messenger, the sales happen in Messenger. And so how you can start to sell in stories is, the first thing I'm going to say is be consistent. You have to be consistent with your stories. You always have to have something in stories. And it's a balance between having like stuff in stories that's more like selling, for example, and I'm going to give you some examples in a second, but just say like versus my family. So like, I'll have pictures of my kids, I'll have pictures of like mom life, I'll have pictures of like this or that, like some fun stuff, or maybe a post that I did attached to my stories, right? So I like diversify my stories, but then I'm selling in my stories, meaning not like, hey, there's a sale, grab this $25 off, which you can do that more in stories. You can't really do that on a post, right? So on a post, you can't say, get my Bye Bye Belly Fat, whatever, blaster for $25 off on a post. Like, the algorithm would, like, Facebook algorithm would kill that, right? Or Instagram, like they would not like that. But in stories, you can do stuff like that, but you want to be careful not to overuse it, right? So you always want to, just like your Facebook profile or your Instagram grid, you want to have diversity and brand pillars. If you haven't taken my branding and monetize your social media course, you guys should definitely get on it, because it's only $57. The price is going to go up, but that's 2 courses for $57. So you definitely want to take that, and it goes over a lot of these tips too. So definitely grab that. You want to grab that. Okay. So anyways, I had to throw that in there, you guys, because I mean, honestly, it's going to be so helpful. And like, I paid way more to learn how to brand and monetize my social media, like thousands and thousands of dollars. And this is just $57. So anyways, so branding pillars is one of the things that we go over in the branding course. So you want to have different pillars that you're like marketing to. So personal life, this is how people get to know, like, and trust you. We've talked about this before. So in your stories, it's the same concept, right? So I'm not going to go over that too much because I don't want to waste all of our times, because I try to keep this to 10 minutes or less so that you can actually implement stuff. So in stories, you have to be consistent. That's like number one. Just like your profiles, just like any platform that you're building on, if you're not consistent, then it's not going to work out, right? So pick the one that you love the most. Mine is Facebook. I'm the most consistent on Facebook because that's the platform that I'm very comfortable with, and that's where I get the most sales. So for you, it might be TikTok or something else, but it's consistency, right? So be consistent. The second thing is do diverse types of pillars, but also content. So just like you would go live on your Facebook profile or an IGTV or an Instagram live, you want to go live in your stories. And actually, it's one of the most powerful ways to sell if you can like keep your keep like bullet point, like give the highlights, right? Like don't talk for 20 minutes in your stories. People are not going to want to go through that. But if you can have like 3 story slides of you talking, and the most important part to this is, one, you're on task, right? So you have a specific goal in mind when you go on there, and you're giving like 3 tips. So you're giving value, or you're sharing why something is so amazing. You caption that. You need to caption it, okay? I see so many stories, even of top leaders that do like stories and lives in their stories, and I do not watch them, because 90% of the people do not watch stories with the audio on. They're always doing something else. We are in a society that we're constantly multitasking. So if you have something really awesome to say in stories, you need to caption it. You should caption all of your stories. So if you don't have a caption, there's Caption Mix, which is an app, or you can go to Instagram, which is what I do. I go to Instagram, I record the story, I click the caption feature in Instagram, it captions it for me. I pick all the colors that I want, I download the stories, and then I upload them to Facebook. So you want to caption your stories, because that way, and it doesn't have to be like verbatim too. Like if you didn't want to caption your story, which both of those options that I just gave you are free, Instagram captions or Caption Mix, I believe it's called, which is an app, then just type the highlights, like give people the bullet points, even if it's not word for word. This one, you talk about the benefits of your belly fat blasting, pudding. And then in the next slide, you talk about like some of the main ingredients and what it can do for you. And then in the last slide, you talk about like how much weight you've lost, and like how like and $25 off maybe, or whatever the case may be. It might not always be like that, but give them something to read so that they get the gist of what you're saying. So if you're not going to caption it, summarize them. Okay. Super, super important, because you'll lose out on so many sales because you didn't caption it, because people aren't going to listen to it on audio, right? So you could be saying something awesome, but they'll never know about it. So caption your audio. So be consistent, caption your audio. And the third thing I always tell my clients is overuse the poll feature, because it's just a simple click. Now, I encourage you to use different features on Instagram or Facebook stories, like the countdown, or like the comment feature where they can type a response in. But I'm telling you, by far, like you should diversify what you use, right, in your stories. But by far, the poll feature is the most successful feature that allows you to follow up with people, because they don't have to type anything and they just have to click a button. Again, we are a society that lives on go, 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 go. And the more time it takes for a user to do something, the less likely they are to do it. Okay. So there was a study done on Amazon. I actually just saw this. It was a really interesting like documentary on Jeff Bezos, who's the owner of Amazon. And they discovered that if their website was like a 1/10 of a second slower, they lost like thousands and thousands and thousands of customers, because people are that impatient. It's the same concept. This is a business, you guys, regardless, and this is how you're getting leads. So start thinking like a business owner, and just realize that the less effort you make your client do, or your customer do, to get what they want, the more likely they are to do it, right? So same concept with that study. Amazon did a study on all their technology and all their platforms and their websites. And if it was a tenth of a second slower, they lost thousands of dollars in revenue because people did not want to wait. So the less effort your customer or prospective customer has to put into saying, I want this information, the more likely you are to get more leads for your business. And the more leads you have, the more conversations you can have, the more sales you're going to have, right? It's just numbers. So make sure that you're consistent, you're captioning your videos, like your stories, and that you're using the poll feature a lot. Yes, use the other features too, but the poll feature by far is going to be the best option. And you always want to choose positive responses, right? So you always want to give them an option of like, yes, I'm in, or more information. Tell me more, or how do I order? Like always positive options. We don't care about the people that are like not interested. We don't want them voting on our polls, right? So make sure that you do these 3 things, and these are key to selling in stories. Now, obviously then, once they say, yes, I want more information, your job is to follow up with them, check your polls, right? Make sure you're getting them the information, or else you're losing sales, you're losing money. But you have to be consistent. You have to be thinking like a business owner when you do these things. And so just make sure that you are giving them the information, right? And that goes back to the training that I did last week, which is Magic in Messenger. How do you have these conversations? How do you have these conversations that convert into sales? The other thing I wanted to mention, you guys, other than the monetize your social media and create your brand bundle, which is $57, it's a steal. I'll put the link below. But, and if I don't put the link below, because, you know, sometimes kids, I have to run to get them shortly here anyways, but then put bundle below and I will make sure to get you the information. If you have questions, my inbox is always open. And then the other thing I'm super excited to tell you guys, and I'm going to be messaging some of you that voted on this poll, is like a lot of you said, Kristen, I would love to do one-on-one coaching, but I just can't afford some of these coaches that are charging like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so I decided to come up with a really awesome method that has actually been super successful in the past. And I know other coaches are starting to do this, is one-on-one coaching for you in Voxer. So you get a whole day of Voxer coaching access to me for an entire day, one-on-one. So it's from 8 a.m. till 9 p.m. I'll drop the link to this below as well. But if you have questions on it and you want to have a conversation with me about it, just ask me. Like you could get the Monetize Your Social Media bundle and a day of Voxer, and it's still under $100, you guys. Like it's awesome. And I came up with this because 1, I love helping people. 2, we're all busy. And 3, it's way more beneficial than a 30-minute one-on-one Zoom session, because then say you meet with me for 30 minutes and you're like, oh my gosh, now I have another question. Well, we only had that 30 minutes. But with Voxer, a day of Voxer coaching session with me, the day is dedicated to you. It's dedicated to you and your business and me helping you get clarity on whatever questions you have related to your business. And the cool thing about that is that it's all day, right? You get to think about and process the information as I'm responding to you. So we answer when we can, because we all have very busy lives, but you get to answer me when you can and say, like, I said something to you and you're like, oh my gosh, that's really interesting. And you're thinking about it throughout the day and you're like, oh, like, that's awesome. Like, but now I have another question. You can still ask me that question because we have an entire day dedicated just for you. And you can even come with like a list of questions. So you have to book this with me in advance, right? And I'm going to send you I'm going to ask you some questions prior to our session so that I can prepare, because I'm preparing this day for you. A day of Voxer coaching right now is only $47. So an entire day from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., me dedicated to you and your business, all day of Voxer is only $47. You can book as many of those sessions as you want. The price will go up. Probably, I don't know, it depends, but like probably within the next month or so, the price is going to go up because I know that it is really a good deal. I could be charging upwards of a couple $100s for this, but I'm charging $47 because I know that there are a lot of people that want coaching, that can't afford the coaching that other coaches offer, or that some of the programs that I offer. So this is your chance to get a whole day of me dedicated to you and your business. You get a chance to respond. You get a chance to digest it. If you ask me a question, I get a chance to really think about it, and I don't have to answer you on the spot, because I can come up with really great ideas, and I do have a lot of great ideas, but it gives me the chance to really process who you are, what you need in your business, what you're looking for, and it just allows me to better help you if we both have more time to digest the information. So it's a whole day dedicated to you. So anyways, I'm really excited about that. If you want a day of Voxer coaching, just put a day of Voxer coaching or one-on-one coaching below, and we can have a conversation about it, or you can message me. Like, my inbox is always open, but I'm just really excited about this, you guys. And it is an appointment. Like, so you do pick a day. I'll send you a Calendly link once I give you all the prep information, because you're going to fill out some information about you and your business and your goals and all that stuff. So I have all of that ready the day that we have the coaching session. And then you pick a day on my calendar that I dedicate just to you. So anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys have an awesome Friday. This is so fun for me. Let me know what other topics below that you would like me to cover. Some of the topics I was thinking about was, this is selling in stories. Lots of people have questions about recruiting, conversations. Other income streams. If you want to know about other income streams, like, I can help you develop another income stream, like an Etsy business, or passive income stream. I have some passive income streams that I do. Or if you're just like really creative and you have a business idea and you need someone to help you along the way, book a day of Voxer, because I can help you get that going, right? Sometimes we just need to talk it out with someone and be like, how do we start this? So I'm here for you guys. I love you, and I will talk to you later.